everyone, doing well, I hope. Now then, the solo to Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2 from David Gilmour and Pink Floyd. Now, I have one video on YouTube, it's a short, mind you, that has done better for me than all of the rest of my videos, and it's my cover of this very solo. A video that is closing in on like 200,000 views as we speak. And with regards to the comments that I get within this video, the vast majority of them are quite positive, both in regards to my tone and to my playing of this solo. However, there are many that say it's fake. I suppose because it's just a bit too close to the original recording. I assure you, of course, that it is not fake. No way, no how. I actually take the fake comments as a compliment because then I know that I pretty much nailed it. And now I'm going to show you guys how to play it because, like I said, it's one of my most popular videos and I've never done a tutorial for this solo in the past. So let's close in here a little bit on the fretboard and get started with the solo to Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2. Alright then, the solo to Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2 from David Gilmour and Pink Floyd. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial. We are up on the neck pickup of a Stratocaster style guitar. David actually used a Gibson Les Paul in the studio on this one, a Les Paul Gold Top with P90 pickups, a guitar that he did not solo with very often throughout his career, but he did on this one, and one of those rare solos of David's that he used a Les Paul and not a Stratocaster, or just used any other type of guitar other than a Stratocaster. But he indeed played this solo with a Les Paul. Now, P90s are single coil pickups, so, you know, a Stratocaster can get you very close to the tone. Not a whole lot of gain going on here, very light gain, a little bit of delay, touch of chorus. Now we're soloing in the key of D minor, a lot of it right here at the 10th fret position, using kind of a hybrid D minor pentatonic and the D natural minor scale. We're pulling one note out of the natural minor scale, but not one of the other notes that is in the natural minor scale. So the pentatonic in this position at the 10th fret. And we're going to be adding these E notes here. 12th fret of the high E, 9th fret of the D string, G string, sorry. We're going to add that to our pentatonic scale. Okay, so the solo starts. That's the opening lick. So we're pulling off 13 off to 10 of the B string and then grabbing 12 of the G. And then you're going right back to the 10 of the B. And then you're going to grab the 12, give it a bend, and then ride down the 10s of the B and the E string. Right into a full step bend on the 13 of the B. And give that some vibrato. Then you're going to drop off to a double stop on the 10th fret of the G and the B string and do a little down, up, up. Kind of like that, and then choke it off. Now we're going to jump back onto the 13, start doing some crafty bending here, which is very typical of David Gilmour. So we're going to raise it a full step, and then we're going to raise it another full step, and then release it. So you're only picking the first note. And then we're into this. So another key to this solo are the mutes. There's a lot of mutes, a little muted notes going on within it, typical of like someone like Mark Knopfler. He uses these a lot. This solo has a lot of mutes, and it really gives the solo its flavor. And without them, the solo just doesn't sound right. Right there. So that's our first lick in this little phrase. So we're going to start with a mute, and then we're going to grab the 13, pull it off to 10. Onto the 12, pick it twice, and the second time give it a full step bend. And that's the next little lick. So another little mute, and now we're going to back up here, and now we're on the 9/10s of the G. You're going to pull off, you're going to do a mute, and then you're going to pull off 10 to 9, up to 12 of the D, back to 9 of the G, and then you're going to slide 10 into 12 of the D, roll down to the 12 of the G, roll back up to the 12 of the D, and then drop back down to the 10 of the G string, choke the note off. Kind of like that. And then we're into this. So we're just bouncing double stops on the G string and the B string at the 10th fret off the 12th fret of the D string. So we're like doing double hits and then grabbing the 12 of the D. And then you're dropping onto a double stop to finish this phrase on the 12th fret of the G and the D, and then back to the 10th fret. And you're gonna, when you go back to that, you're gonna give it a little downwards tug and then choke it off. Kind of like that. So up to that point. Right? Now we're into this little rake. So we're raking from the D string on down, and then you're dropping on to the 13th fret of the high E right into a full step bend. And then you're dropping it back to the natural note at 13 and picking it twice. Kind of like that. And then we're back into these really big bends on this 13th fret. So again, we're going full step, 2 steps, and then we're going to go up another half step. So we're bending like 2.5 steps here. We're going up again, and then releasing it back to the natural note, and then going back up a full step. It's kind of hard to do it slow here. And he's only picking the first note, and without like a lot of sustain, you know, and like compressors and all this stuff and whatnot, it's kind of hard to hear these notes ring out, and they sort of trail off if you're not picking them. I like to pick the one that goes up 2.5 steps. Kind of like that. And again, vibrato. Right? And then we're into this little scale run. So this little scale run, again, a lot of little mutes in it, right? So it starts with this little blues lick, just bending the 12 of the G, riding down the 10s, and then pulling off 13 off to 10, grabbing the 12 of the G, and then back onto 12, little bend release off to 10, and then back onto 12, pull it off to 10, grab the 12 of the D string. Now we're going to start adding some more mutes. So mute, and then a little pull off on the D string, 12 to 10. And then again, we're going to do the exact same thing on the A string. A little mute, pull off, 12 off to 10. And then you're going to back it up to the 10-8, do the exact same thing, mute, and then pull off. And then you're going to go up here to the 8-10 of the low E. And then slide out of that 10 of the low E. Like little mutes in there, right? And then we're into this. So into 12 of the A, and then 10-12 of the D, and then off to that 9, that E note that I talked about earlier. And then I'm going to do a little trill between 9 and 10. Grab the 12 of the D, and then a little pull off, 12 off to 10 of the D, and then grab the 12 of the A. And then we're going to slide into the 12 of the D, and you're going to hit it like 3 times, pull it off to 10, and then roll down to the 10 of the G. Give it a little quarter step bend, choke it off. Kind of like that. And then we're into this. Again, back on this 13th fret, lots of big bends. So you're starting with a bend, releasing it, back another full step, up another full step, and then releasing it back to the natural note again. Right? Now, jump onto the 13 shift fingers here because you were just bending with your ring finger. Now we're going to shift to that 13, same note with our index. And then we're going to grab the 15 of the high E and give it a full step bend. And then you're going to, after that bend, mute, grab the 13 of the high E, finish on the 15 of the B and choke the note off. Kind of like that. Now we're going to slide back into that 15 of the B, and then 13 off to 12 of the high E. And then you're going to go on to the 15 of the high E and give it like 4 bends. And then finally keep the last one up there. And then you're finally going to release the final bend. Roll your finger up to the 15 of the B, hit that note and choke it off. Up to 18. Give that a full step bend, pick it twice. Move it up to the 20th fret. And then you're going to do a mute, and then you're going to do a pull off from 20 off to 17. You're going to do it twice. Mute, pull off. Right? Back to the 10th fret double stop. So we're going to grab that double stop on the 10th fret of the G and the B, starting with a mute actually. And then you hit that double stop 2 or 3 times, and then you finish on the 12 of the D. Into this clever little lick. Just using double stops, sliding into 12 of the D, grabbing the 13 of the B string with your pinky, and if you catch a little bit of the 12 of the G, that's fine. Back up to the 12. Grab the double stop on the G and the B string on the 12th fret, hit it 2 or 3 times, bounce it off to the 10. It's a real, you know, little mutes in there and whatnot. But you end up on that double stop on the 10s. And then you're going to hit that double stop again with 2 mutes before, 2 more mutes, and then you're going to drop on the 12, finishing the solo with this. So a couple of more mutes, a little down up, 10 off to 8, off to 8, finish on the 10 of the low E. So, you know, like I said, it's the mutes and the bends that really give this whole solo, and that is it, the whole solo. So let's take it from the top, nice and slow, and then we'll be done. Vibrato. Lots of vibrato. There you go, my friends. That is how you play the solo to Another Brick in the Wall, David Gilmour. I certainly hope you found that helpful and accurate. I think it's pretty accurate. And if you did find that helpful, please hit that like button. Drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be awfully kind. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may be. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.